What's good, y'all? Your Morning Mess backstage. Your guy, Joey Boy.
Natasha Castles.
And it's Anish.
Alex Paul.
I'm Drew.
Hey!
Chainsmokers! Hey!
We were just talking about how last time we saw you guys was NCAA finals here in downtown Phoenix, and it was a crazy show. A lot of people couldn't get in.
Yeah.
Right?
It was the last time we had a good time.
Including almost us. We almost didn't get in.
You're right. We didn't.
We were, well, yeah, you were there early. We were racing, and we got to, actually, they closed that door right before the meet and greet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got to meet you guys, take a quick
missed the
picture.
meet and greet,
yeah.
That was a lot of fun that day, yeah.
Hella
The
fun.
party with Aaron Rodgers that day.
Did you?
Sick, yeah.
He's a man.
Now, here's
For the
the thing. This is a good time that we had. We got there a little late. We got some traffic. We got to meet you guys backstage, but then when we got to the front of the stage was packed, so we just partied with you guys in front of speakers. We didn't even see you guys perform. We were just drunk in front of the speakers, like, yeah! Thank God you had the big old visuals of you guys, because we wouldn't have saw you guys at all.
That was a pretty cool setup to have.
Was hella.
Yeah.
Was that on your rider, or they set that up for you? The setup?
No, I mean, there's certain, specifications of things that we prefer it to be, but that was kind of just, I think that's kind of standard, you know what I mean? If it's a big crowd, you're going to want to put some sort of projection visual up so people in the back can see.
Thank God, we would have been drunk with some speakers that night.
Yeah.
Right.
We would have been okay with it, though.
I think that's a really good testament for who you guys are as performers, as DJs, because, I mean, we couldn't see you guys, and we were just having fun, jamming out and whatnot.
Thanks.
What does it take for you guys to even, come together and, plan out a set and just performance-wise, visual-wise, all that stuff?
Well, for this tour, particularly a lot. I think what you'll see tonight is a lot different than what you guys saw at the Final Four show. We're playing with a band. What's it? Oh, couldn't see, yeah. Touche. We're playing with a full band, half the show. It's like half rave, half band. So basically, with our new album, a lot of it we didn't feel would be right if we played it in a DJ set. So basically, it's like our typical show. It's totally a party. But the moments that we do our own songs, we perform with a band.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Now, on the album, I saw you guys did a cool short little explanation on what the album cover meant, and just basically to wrap it all up is your parents getting rid of your stuff and putting it in a box and turning your spare bedroom into a house or gym. Is that something that happened with you guys?
I mean, not exactly.
You guys are out.
They didn't turn it into a gym. They turned it into another room for somebody else. Yeah, they rent it. My parents are hardcore. They rent out my room.
Really? Airbnb?
I kind of no.
You could mark up
that would be really hard.
My son is one of the Chainsmokers, so $800 per hour.
That'd be funny.
Kind of a big deal.
That'd be hysterical.
That would be funny.
What about for you?
My mom sold the house. The guy demoed it, and I have no childhood home anymore.
No childhood.
Such darkness.
Did you get your baseball cards out of it first?
I think my mom has them in a storage locker somewhere, but no, I don't know. She hasn't paid it, I think, in a while, so it's probably on Storage Wars.
Storage Wars, yeah, that's my show. I love Storage Wars.
Prized possessions.
Yep. Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh my God! Now getting back to the album, what I love about you guys is you pick some amazing people to collaborate with. One of the most surprising collaborations I saw was Florida Georgia Line.
Mm-hmm.
How in the world did that happen?
We hit them up. We've always kind of wanted to work with a country artist, and when we met them, we were like, holy, this is us. If we were country artists, they're just chill, like to have a good time. All about the lifestyle, and it's great. We have a song together now.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I like on the tweets. I was reading the tweets how you guys, I don't know if you guys, I do something on my social called 10 Questions. People get to ask me anything about my life or the show or the other members, the co-hosts. Mm-hmm. And you have, when you come in Australia, when you come into the Philippines, we're coming there at the end of the month. We're there tomorrow. And I'm that is so crazy to me.
Yeah.
Those things get out of hand. Because I do it, and then you're first you're 175, you're go cruising down it, and then you answer the good ones, and then you refresh it, and it's 600.
Yeah.
And then you're just oh, okay, let's wrap this up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Most of the time the questions are will you work with Shawn Mendes 60 times? You know what I mean? And you're I love Shawn Mendes. You know what I mean? But that's their fan armies catching wind and
right.
You know what I mean, or something. When you really want to just ask answer, that's a real question, but you want to ask.
Right.
Answer questions about this album or the music or personal questions or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's the last question a fan asked you guys? Damn, that's a great question, and you really had to take time to answer that question. Your last favorite question, I guess I'm asking from your fans.
It's a good question.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I think someone asked what was the hardest song to make on the album.
Oh, that is a good question.
That was a good question.
And I think I remember the answer.
I said Paris, but
Paris.
I, don't know
I saw
if
you said
that
Paris.
would agree.
Hard.
Yeah.
Why was it so hard?
Because how we usually write songs, we write full songs really quickly, and that song was written, like the first verse of it and the hook and the chords were written like on one late night in Sweden, and then we kind of like just had it floating around in that form for a while, and then we decided we played it for all of our friends with a bunch of other songs, and they were like they really gravitated towards that, so we kind of chose that was going to be like the next song, and then we had to finish it. So to get back on the vibe when you originally start something is almost impossible. And there were a lot of expectations for that song.
So it's the pressure of it.
Yeah, it was the pressure and just like being like, okay, what headspace were we in when we wrote this?
Right.
And it took a while. We like literally, it was like the last day that we had to turn it in.
Yeah, that was a stressful.
Yeah.
I remember one of the questions, one of my favorite questions, real quick, Natasha, like someone asked, one of your, what's your hair product? I saw like,
Baxter.
Baxter.
Oh, yeah.
What's Baxter, by the way? I don't have hair. So.
Honestly, there's this really good brand that just sent
So you
us-
use it?
What? Yeah.
Is that your, okay.
But I only sent it because they sent it to me, and I really like it. You know, like I just found out about it, and then.
All right, so I have a hair envy. So what is best? Is that like a mousse? Is it a gel? Is
No.
it pomade?
Is that a moose?
Aid?
Is that a moose?
Aid?
Is that a moose?
What is it?
I
use it on my
Speak slow.
beard.
It's a clay.
It's a clay.
Whoa.
Whoa. Fancy.
Hashtag plot twist. Rewind it.
We're looking forward to it. We're going to take some tequila shots because we know that is the beverage of the evening
Hey.
with orange wedges and Chainsmokers, y'all. Thank you guys again,
Hey,
man.
thank
you guys.
Yeah,
Pleasure.
absolutely.
Take care, y'all.
Absolutely.
Put it there.
Hey, pal. Thanks,
The
pal.
Morning Mess.
Weekdays, 5:30 to 10 a.m.
Live 1015.